Being immortalised through eponymy may appeal to some people, but if you can't control what is named after you, it could be less appealing. Something is said to be eponymous if it is named after its inventor or in honour of some person. Hence we have Laszlo Biro, Candido Jacuzzi, and Earl Tupper, whose inventions memorialise their ideas. Ada is a computing language named after Ada Lovelace, and Cecile Brunner is a cultivar of rose named for an acquaintance of the original grower. Murphy's Law has been around in unnamed form since at least the 19th century, and probably since forever. It gained its name around 1951 from an engineer named Edward Murphy, who worked at Muroc Air Base, California. Amelia Jenks Bloomer, a 19th century women's rights advocate, was so associated with a campaign for women to adopt less restrictive clothing that a style of underwear was named after her. Later, an American tennis player named Gussie Moran wore a short skirt which revealed a glimpse of lacy panties in 1949. Considered daring for the period, such racy underwear became known for a time as gorgeous Gussies. So surely, if you were Vespasian, Emperor of Rome, from 69 to 79 AD, due to your lofty position in the world, anything named after you would be magnificent. Well, Titus Flavius Vespasianus's name lives on in a type of public toilet. The colloquial term exists in French, Italian and Romanian, indicating the term probably originated during the time of the Empire. In Italy, they are Vespasiani, in Romania, Vespasienne, and in France, they are Vespasienne. A Vespasienne was built in Montreal, Quebec in 1930, modelled on the French design. Vespasian's legacy is linked with Lewes due to his reintroduction of a tax originally levied by Nero, known as vectigul urina. Urine was an important resource during Roman times, and indeed for most of human civilization. Human urine is 90 to 95% water, but amongst the chemicals in solution is on average 2% of urea and 0.05% of ammonia, which urea breaks down into. It was ammonia which made urine so important. In tanning leather, urine was used to soften animal hides so they could be cleaned and worked. In laundries it was used to get stains out of cloth and to make white cloth brighter, and in wool production and cloth making as a mordant to bind dye to cloth when it was being coloured. Aside from its industrial use, urine was also employed as a mouthwash and in toothpaste, mixed with crushed pumice stone. The poet Catullus, who lived from 84 to 54 BC, writes in his 37th poem about a man named Ignatius, bona fide by beard full fed, and teeth with Spanish urine polished. This line reflects a belief that urine, passed by people living in what is today Portugal, was the strongest available. Pliny the Elder mentions various remedies which involve urine. His recommendations include bathing in the urine of a person who has eaten a diet of cabbage to relieve joint pains, and using leaves steeped in the urine of a boy or girl not yet adolescent, pounded with saltpetre and applied to the abdomen to prevent wrinkles. Even today, many people believe urinating on a jellyfish sting eases the pain. Medical opinion is that it doesn't work. Vinegar does. However, it does appear to help if sea urchin spines become embedded in the foot. Anthony Davis, writing in the Canadian Globe and Mail newspaper in 2013, compares the two times he was stuck with sea urchin quills. The first time he refused the urine treatment and took weeks to heal after painfully extracting the spines manually, whereas the second time he accepted it, and the urine acted as a drawing ointment on the spines, and the wounds healed within days. So to fill the need, so to speak, for all this urine, large clay pots were provided for Roman people to pee into, which was collected and sold to launderers, tanners and others. It is believed that the tax was applied to those who collected and sold it, but some historians have suggested that people paid to use the public pots. As the references to this tax are from literary sources, rather than legal codes, it will never be known for sure. Vespasian is particularly linked to this tax, partially due to being considered to have a grasping nature, as he refilled the depleted treasury, Rome was virtually bankrupt after the Civil War, following the death of Nero in 68 and the beginning of Vespasian's reign in 69. Perhaps fortuitously for Rome, his grandfather, Titus Flavius Petro, was a tax collector during the last days of the Republic, so maybe it was in his genes. It was also partially due to a passage in Suetonius's Lives of the Caesars. When his son Titus blamed Vespasian for even laying a tax upon urine, he applied to Titus's nose a coin he received in the first instalment, and asked him if it stunk. Titus replied no. "And yet," said Vespasian, "it is derived from urine." From this has come the Latin quotation, pecunia non olet, or money does not stink, no matter from what or by which methods it is obtained. And not for the last time have the words piss and taxes been mentioned in the same breath, and that is why a Roman emperor's name is linked to public toilets.